What is up, you guys? Welcome to today's video. And yes, it's been a while. It's been a long while since I've seen you guys, and that's my fault. That's my fault. It's not your fault. It's my fault. But I'm back after a long, much needed break. And sorry, the lighting is changing because I'm in front of a window right now, and this is the best lighting I'm gonna get inside this apartment. So hopefully it doesn't get a little bit too crazy and switches on and off, or if it's not too bright, but that's what we're gonna have to deal with for right now. I'm back. It's been a long time. It's been quite a few months. It is now 2024, a whole new year, and that's what I'm going to be talking about in this video, just to kind of ease into it. I know I'm a little late. It's March of 2024, so I'm like 3 months late, but you know, better late than never. I just figured this video would probably be the best video to put out first since coming back, just to kind of be a little bit of a refresh. But first, I kind of wanted to reflect a little bit on last year, and then that'll kind of ease us into, you know, this year's plan, this year's goals, and everything like that. 2023 overall was a pretty good year, I'd have to say myself, just because I got engaged. So that's a pretty big thing to happen. I just had lots of traveling going on, meeting up with friends and family, a lot of memories captured, which was like a big thing for me. And overall, I just kind of enjoyed it and went with the motions of last year. Towards the end, middle end, I kind of lost my footing a little bit when it came to my focus on things like YouTube or my personal things. I just didn't really have the motivation when it came to those things. I think I had like a little seasonal kind of, I don't know, just feeling not myself basically. So that's why I took a much needed break. But overall, the year ended pretty great. Nothing crazy really happened. I got sick every now and then. I mean, everyone got sick towards the end of the year. But yeah, nothing pretty bad happened, so that's good. That's always good news. I think that's all I have to say in regards to 2023, just because it was pretty steady. So on to 2024. So what I did, I think I told you guys in the last video, a few videos past, that I am using Notion when it comes to my goal setting, and then also I use it for just like planning videos or content or anything in regards to that. Like, it's like a little online journal kind of. If you want to use it that way, you can use it many different ways. I use Notion when it comes to my goals and everything. So I just updated my Notion for 2024. I did make 24 goals for the year of 2024, of course. I have some new categories. So I have personal, wellness, business, fitness, and content. So those are my different categories in which I'm gonna make goals for. I did try to do 5 for each, but it just didn't work out the way, which was perfectly fine. So when it came to personal, I have travel somewhere new, which, to be honest, I already know I'm going to do that just because it is wedding year, so we're going to be traveling to a few new places. My second goal is to read 15 books. So 15 books could be like 1 to 2 books a month, which is pretty reasonable, to be honest. My third goal is to read the Bible in a year. So I tried to achieve that goal years and years ago, and I just never got into it. But this year, I really want to connect with God a little bit more. Not a little bit more. I do want to connect with God more, and also spiritually just get back into church and reading the Bible, and just because it makes me feel better. So I'm going to read the Bible. I've had it for many years. I tried reading it and never did it. So I think what I'm going to do is also get like a little Bible study to go with it, just to make it easier on myself, and do that. So we'll see how that goes, but that's a pretty big goal that I've been wanting to do for a while, and just thought to myself, why not this year? So my fourth goal in personal is to capture more memories. So videos and photos, just to capture more of those, of the memories throughout the year, especially this year since a lot is going on. So just so I can look back on them, and it's always nice to kind of go back and look at photos and videos. My next goal is to have the wedding of our dreams. So of course on a budget. Of course on a budget, because weddings are expensive. But just to enjoy a wedding, which is pretty straightforward. And then my last goal in personal is to learn a new language. I have 2 languages that I'm kind of flip-flopping back and forth. I think I'm gonna learn Italian first and then ASL. ASL was the other option, but I think I'm gonna learn a little bit of Italian just because I know Spanish, so it'll be a little bit easier for me to kind of transition into that and learn it. So we'll see how that goes. My first goal in wellness is to become the healthiest version of myself. Basically, that goal just kind of translates into physically, mentally, spiritually, all the things, just being the healthiest version of myself, going to the doctors, getting checkups, doing all those things. So that's basically what that means. Just a little mashup of everything together. My second goal is to meal prep / cook more often. Kind of ties into the being on a budget and saving money for a wedding and things like that. Just eating out less and cooking more at home. What we have difficulty with is just finding time to actually do it. So Hunter and I are just kind of finding a balance of our work schedules and then seeing who can cook one night and which nights we have to eat out or things like that. So yeah, that'll just help us out in the long run and also be healthier, you know. My third goal in wellness is to prioritize my mental health, especially with all the stressors that are gonna naturally come my way with planning a wedding, and then also dealing with family and friends and all that. Just a lot happening at once, so I just kind of need to prioritize my mental health to kind of stay sane, you know. So my next goal is to create a consistent routine. So that's just in regards to like going to the gym, morning routine, night routine, just finding a balance throughout my days so I don't wake up and like have to get ready for work right away. Like have time in the morning to kind of just take a breather and relax before my busy work day. So just, you know, gotta find a balance. My last goal in wellness is to become a self-care queen. So that's pretty self-explanatory. So this has to do mainly with my little side business and then kind of YouTube, but not too much. But I do have a side business called Creative Collab. I haven't told you guys that yet, but I also haven't been very active when it came to that yet. So that's why I haven't really spoken about it. But now, this year, I really have the motivation, the want, and the need to kind of dive into that a little bit more. So that's why I created this little category. So my first goal is to create a consistent side income through Creative Collab. So of course that requires goal sales. So my second goal is to reach 250 sales, just to kind of have it be consistent, and then I also need to promote it on TikTok and everything like that. My third goal is to create digital products and then also to create an email list whenever it comes to my little shop. Once I have my shop together and everything, I'll probably leave a link down below if you guys are interested in that, but I'll kind of explain that a little bit more in the future once I have all the details and everything like that together. My first goal in finances is to become a budget goddess, so I'm already on top of that already. I do the cash envelope system. If you guys didn't know already, I don't know if I told you guys, but I do the cash envelope system, which is a zero-based budget. But basically I have envelopes just to kind of organize everything, and I'll maybe explain that more in a future video whenever it comes to finances and resets and things like that. But it also ties in a little bit with my shop that I have. I also have 8 no spend days per month, which I think is pretty reasonable. So that's about like 2 days a week. Next goal is to save $5,000 to $10,000. This is pretty iffy just because I am saving. My main priority this year for savings is my wedding, because that's where the majority of the money is going to go. I don't know if I'm going to count the savings that I have to the wedding for that. I don't think I should, just because savings are savings. I want that aside from like the wedding money that I'm going to spend. So that's a little bit iffy. I gotta see where I'm at with that. But my last goal in finances is to become 1 month ahead in my budget. So that kind of ties into the cash envelopes. But basically that just means whenever it comes to my bills and everything like that, just to have, like, let's say we're in March, so I already have the month of March paid off in the beginning, and I'm already saving for the month of February. Just like I'm 1 month ahead, I'm 1 step ahead, just in case, God forbid, I lose my job, or Hunter loses his job, or things like that. Like, I'm already caught up, and I'll have that kind of buffer in between the months. My last category is content, so that has to do more with YouTube and social media platforms. My first and second goal are to be monetizing YouTube and reach 1,000 subscribers on my personal channel. So I had that in last year's goal. I obviously didn't reach that just because I didn't do anything about it. So again, I'm gonna keep it in this year's like goal, just because, to see if that'll motivate me a little bit. And then also, if I don't reach it, I'm perfectly fine with that. It's okay. I'm kind of overreaching a little bit, but you know, you never know what'll happen. My third goal is to start a channel for creative collabs. So that's, again, my side little hustle. That's gonna be more like packaging videos and putting things together and doing things like that, and then small business tips. So eventually I'm gonna create that channel, and then that'll go more into depth about like the items in my shops. In my shop, not shops, shop. I just have one shop. My next goal is to post 40 videos on my personal channel. So this channel right here is to at least post 40 videos in the whole year of 2024, which I think is pretty good. It's pretty realistic, especially now that I took a few months off and I'm starting pretty late. We're in March already, so there's 3 months already out the window, but I feel like that'll still be pretty good. My last goal is to post 2 times per week on TikTok. TikTok, I've always wanted to like be on it and post, but I haven't been very active on it. I am active on it when it comes to scrolling, but not active when it comes to posting. So I kind of want to be more active in regards to that, just to kind of promote my side business, and then also my YouTube channel and myself. And then also little things that I won't put on YouTube, you guys can always see on my TikTok. So like wedding content, just everyday kind of daily vlogs and things like that. I'm gonna try and be more active when it comes to that. So that is all for my 2024 goals. This is kind of the view of how it's looking. So it's very aesthetically pleasing, which is what I like about Notion. That's everything in regards to my goals for the year of 2024. I encourage, if you guys haven't done so already, if you guys haven't made goals for 2024 and you're thinking to yourself, oh my god, it's already too late, there's no point on doing that, girl, let me be an example. I'm doing it now in the middle of March, almost end of March. You can definitely do it. So make those goals. It's never too late to kind of put yourself together and, you know, find the motivation to kind of just find your footing in life and just go straight for it. I have no idea if that made sense, but basically just go for it. I'm going to show you guys my vision board. I did make a vision board for the year of 2024. I updated it a little bit, and all I did was I went to Pinterest, saved a few photos. I had it kind of relate to my goals for this year, just so it's not random photos in one, obviously. So over here I have like in regards to cooking more often, this is our wedding, this is just like a business, work, YouTube, consistency, Bible, side business, capture more memories, some cute aesthetic photos for self-care, travel, everything. So basically that's my 2024 vision board, which I absolutely adore. And it literally only took me about, just because I made one last year, so I had the same template basically and just took out the old photos and put it in, it took me about 20 minutes, even including saving all the photos, finding them, and everything like that. So honestly, super easy peasy, nothing to really stress about when it comes to making it. If you guys want to do it like with magazines, in the past like years ago I used to have magazines and cut out, that's also super adorable. You can do that as well, but just have like a cute little vision board just to kind of motivate yourself. I have it as the wallpaper on my laptop, and I also have an iPad version for my iPad. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I know it was nothing too crazy, it was pretty straightforward. I try to keep it pretty simple and straightforward just because it is my first video back after a long while. If you do not subscribe already, please subscribe, and please look forward to future videos. I'm going to try my absolute best to keep posting out videos for you guys. I think that's pretty much it. I will see you guys in the next one.